Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in to the Growth Network, or the grassroots in our wealth, tradition, and heritage. Be sure to, as always, like, share, subscribe, and comment. And when you subscribe, hit the notification bell so that every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Today, I want to bring y'all a story about divorce. It hit, something that hits kind of close to home. And the title of the article is called "Divorce Hits Women Harder Financially Than Men." Now, when you read it on the surface, you're like, man, so I'm sure a lot of people probably say, yeah, that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men, they're the breadwinners. The women, men make more than women. So when the man leaves, the woman got, financially is hit, this problem, and she's doing bad, and it's hard for her to come up. Okay, so that sounds good on paper, but I'm gonna try to dispute some of this stuff that's in this article. And if I'm wrong, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it. But let's get right into it, all right? So this comes from newsbreak.com. The person who wrote this is a lady named Ellie Silver. And it reads, research shows that divorce hits women far harder financially than it does men. The United States Government Accountability Office's special report to the Senate released a study showing that a woman's household income plummets by an average of 41% after a divorce. A divorced man's household income only falls by half as much. How is that possible? Well, let's find out. Let's see what they say. What's the reason for this? There are several. One reason is that women already earn less than men on average. Women bring home 78 cents to the dollar of what men typically earn. Okay. But then the question is, what exactly do they do? Because it says on average, okay, so that means there are women that make more money than men sometimes, right? But on average, the woman makes 78 cents to the dollar. That makes sense if the two of you have the same profession. Let's say that both of you are doctors, okay, in the same field. I can see where you say, well, a doctor makes, let's say, $100 an hour, and the wife only makes $78 an hour. Understand? Okay. And we're talking about in the same household. But normally there aren't two doctors working in the same household. So let's say the wife, which a lot of these women going out here, doing big things, independent, getting their degree, PhD, whatever, they making good money. Could be making equal or more than a husband. Then we're talking about in the same house. Now we're talking about this is just a broad study. Then you can't put this in the same category as two people in the house. And why women don't why it's harder for women to, make it after the divorce, because it makes no sense. Matter of fact, I can say in my divorce, at the time, my first wife, when we got divorced, she's making more money than me. She had degrees, and I was still trying to go to school, trying to make it. Actually, I think at the time, I don't think I was working. I think I was trying to look for a job. I think I had just because I was trying to go to school and do my thing. So that, like I say, in the house, that doesn't apply. But maybe she might have maybe my next door neighbor, maybe he was making more money than my wife was. And so, like I said, if you put the study where you try to broaden it out to different people, well, you can say, well, my neighbor's making more money than my wife was, because he been in his job for so long. So yeah, he probably makes 78 cents more on the dollar than she does, but they're not in the same house. So like I said, you can't put that together. Second, women are more likely to be the family caregivers after a divorce if there are children. Women typically take over the child care duties. You know why? Because in this country, the court says so, or the majority of the time. Now, sometimes you have a woman who's not making enough money, can't really, can barely, pay for one little bedroom apartment, and the husband makes so much money, they get a divorce. Hell, he might go and marry somebody else. And so her salary and his salary together make a lot more money than what the mom gets. And there could be small chances, that the judge will give the kids to the dad. Very small chances compared to the women getting the kids. The women gonna have to be like a strung out drug addict pretty much on the street. And you gotta bring 3 witnesses to the court just to prove that before the judge will give the child over to the dad. A lot of times people getting divorced are not rich people, and these divorces cost money. Going back and forth to these courts costs money. Again, I know, to where it's like, man, I can barely pay my lawyer. How in the heck for just a basic divorce or a basic child support case, how in the world am I going to afford to pay even more money to fight for custody, to where it's gonna last? I'm gonna have to come to court even more. The trial's gonna last even longer. I can't afford this now, so I just can't fight for custody. I just have to hope that my child's mother is gonna allow me to see my child, more than what this bullcorn every 2 weeks, every 2 weekends and and every other Thursday. You know what I'm saying? But it don't work that way majority of the time. According to a 2000, but again, like I said, the American courts say the woman gets the child, and then the woman wants the kid, because they'll sit there and say, I carried the child for 9 months. I deserve to, raise the child. Although you can be over there struggling your ass off, and he can be over there doing good, but for you to prove a point or you to be spiteful, you're gonna keep the kids in your house majority of the time. Won't even consider doing 50-50 split. It's like, no, I want full custody and I want child support and whatever. And then when things ain't working out, then you upset. Okay, so it says, according to a 2013 U.S. Census Bureau report, only 1 of every 6 custodial parents were married. Unfortunately, this disrupts a woman's ability to work. It disrupts an ability to work where you want to work. See, the thing about life is, man, you got choices and you got chances. Shout out to Jay Prince for that statement. You make choices. And always, and when you make choices, if it don't work out, unfortunately, most of the time in life it don't work out, you just got to figure something out. You can't rely on the courts to bail you out because you decided to take a job and the job didn't work out and you didn't like it. So you're like, hey, I don't like this job, Judge. I think they should pay me more. I think I should get compensation until I find another job that's better because this job is bullcorn. Don't work that way. Oh, I decided to buy this car. 6 months later, I don't like the way it's driving. The gas is killing me. It's running through tires. Dang, heat don't work right. Judge, I think the car dealership should pay me $200 a month while I got this little raggedy car until I can find a better car. It don't work that way. But when it comes to marriage and relationships, I chose to marry this guy. I thought it was a great guy. I chose to marry this woman. Thought she was a great woman. Thought she was a great woman. It didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? It was cool at first, but then, it was all good. We said, all good, we could go. Now it's like, we can't stand each other. So we just want a divorce. Oh, I need half his money. Yeah, I need the house. I need him to pay. I need the kid. I want the kids. Although I can't pay for them. I can't afford it. I want the kids full time. He can have them, every other weekend. Although when he was here, he was seeing them every day. He was helping their homework every day. He was taking them to all their games, all their functions, all the doctor's appointments, every school, function they had, PTA meetings, any kind of parent-teacher conference, whatever the case may be. He was there every day. But now that we divorced, he can only be here. He was tucking them in, getting them baths, help feeding them, everything, practicing with them in the backyard. Now that we're no longer together, I'm on full custody and he can only see the kids every other weekend. Bunch of bull crap. But again, those choices you make. So if you choose to do that, then you need to choose to, do different. She may not be able to work as much as she wants. She has to be around to drive the kids to their after school activities, etc. A divorced mom's job opportunities are therefore limited, not all the time. Again, it's because you want to maintain a quality of life, but yet when you get a divorce and no one cares about the quality of life with the man, the quality of life, let's say me, my quality of life is being around my kids. Well, taking my kids here and there, being a part of all these little functions, doing their homework, you know what I'm saying, being a disciplinary whenever, being around watching them grow up. That was my quality of life revolved around that. But when you get a divorce, now no one cares, you know what I'm saying, and I'm going to work, you understand what I'm saying, or trying to help, go to school whenever or whatever, or have a job maybe too. I'm content coming home, seeing my family, being around my kids, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, and that's fine. That's my quality of life. It's part of my quality of life. But when it's divorce, no one cares about that. No one cares about that peace of mind that I have being around my children. But the mother, on the other hand, they want to continue to do what they're doing. They want to continue. They still want to, as soon as you sign the papers, they want to have a girls' night out, partying, and go kick it. Oh, can you watch your kids tonight? What? I could have sworn that the judge said I can only have them on every other weekend. Now you want to go kick it? Oh, you want to go dating? And now you want me to watch kids? I got no problem with it, because like I said, we got no problem with me watching my kids, because that's what I do. But because you want to put the courts involved, and now the rules have changed. You got this judge thinking that I'm some deadbeat dad, ain't no good. You're afraid that I'm gonna do some harm, or I don't know what the hell you thinking. But now all of a sudden, the rules have changed. Now you can't do what you want to do. Now you can't have fun. See, like I said, I was cool the way it was, but no, it wasn't good enough for you. So now I have to change my life, but you can't change yours? Come on now, that just ain't fair. But again, this is, as I like to say to people, man, this is the life you chose. If you chose to go this route, shoot, then what I gotta suffer for? She may only be able to take a job close to home. She can't take jobs that require her to travel. Like I said, this is a bunch of lies. I mean, this is like they're trying to put one person's situation and make it everybody's situation. I've known people, women, got divorced, got kids, single mama, whatever, and they do travel with their job. Because it ain't just a husband. You got family, you got parents, you got sisters, people that will watch your kids, sometime, maybe not all the time, but so you can't sit there and act like, y'all just say, the woman's just, once you get a divorce, this happens like, had to move to the other side of the world, to Antarctica, and you ain't got no help from nobody. You know what I'm saying? You gotta miss me with that. These factors all make divorce harder on a woman financially. Divorced moms are furthermore likely to keep the family house. You know why? Because they choose to. They don't want to get an apartment. Now, we gotta get an apartment. We get a divorce, we gotta go get an apartment. Like I say, everybody ain't rich, so we get a divorce, we gotta shoot. I remember I moved into a 1-bedroom apartment, had a blow-up mattress for a little while, then got a bed that was donated to me, so it was just me, my 1-bedroom with a mattress on the floor, that had a blow-up mattress for when my kids came over. Didn't have no food in the house, in the apartment, but when they came over, I made sure they had, I made sure I had enough food for them for the weekend to last all weekend or whatever, and whatever they can take whatever they want. We went and did whatever, and went and did, try to have fun or do homework or whatever the case may be. But shoot, I wasn't living high on the hog. I was struggling. Nobody seemed to care about that. Yeah, like I said, they're most likely to keep the family house because they choose to. Because their excuse is, well, the kids gotta have somewhere to live. Well, again, why the kids living with you? Why they can't live with me? Anyway, while this may look beneficial at first glance, which it is, like I say, big-eyed, as they call it, it also means a woman is in charge of mortgage payments, property taxes, and the general upkeep of the house. Again, that's the life you chose. We chose this house when we was together. We are no longer together. You have to make changes. It's only fair. That's just life. You know what I'm saying? That's just life. I mean, you got ups and downs. You can't be like this and then just stay like this when bad things happen. Sometimes you gotta drop. Sometimes you can go up. It takes time. So it took me a while, to get from from out the red per se, and to get to where I'm at now. I'm talking 8 years, about 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so I've been here like 6, 7 years. It took like 5 or 6 years to get to even just to get up here to be able to live comfortably, and not anything else. That's if I have any other financial issues now, it's on me. It ain't on the divorce. It's on me now because what I'm saying, I got to where I need to get. Okay, back to the story. All that is expensive. No, really. What's worse, just because the divorced dad is supposed to pay child support, it doesn't mean he will. According to more data from a 2013 Census Bureau report, less than half of custodial parents, read moms, again, the courts make you custodial parents, not me, less than half of custodial parents receive full child support payments. I paid my child support. I never had no problem paying child support. So you ain't talking about me. You're talking about custodial parents. And again, this 2013 census data, this talk about custodial parents who we know for a fact were married and now are divorced and wants child support. All these just like original single parent homes, and two people, have kids, have a baby or whatever, and none of the mom is, want child support, and they never been married. So again, I think, like I said, some of these numbers, to me, like I said, it's just skewed. I need to see the charts. I can click on here and look, but this is your article, not mine. It's very clear that financially speaking, divorce affects women much harder than it does men. And like I said, that's a lie. That's not in all cases. But like I say, to me, like I said, I was down bad. I had to pull money from retirement plans, use credit cards, student loans to live, not to buy big screen TVs and brand new cars. I had to do it to live in order to go to school so I can become a professional, so I can make decent money. Because I said to myself, my kids, my girls, they're growing up and they need stuff. So they need me to succeed. So they need me to do better. So I need to do that so I can be there for them financially. I mean, physically, I'm there, phone call, drop of a hat. Without hesitation. But I know financially, they need things. So that's why I said I was gonna go back to school, take that L, go through that struggle, go through them hard times, so I can support my youngest. And that's what so I can help my youngest when they needed support, when they needed. Like I said, I paid child support. I never been behind on child support. Well, technically I had. It was whenever the statement came, because I don't want nobody to say, hey man, look at the record and say he was behind for like so many months or whatever. But no, that's not it. What it was is it was a certain amount and I'm paying it. Then go to court and the judge said, okay, from here you're gonna pay this amount. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna pay this amount, but we're not gonna put it in. It's not gonna be official until I sign the papers. Me thinking like once it's signed, then we're gonna have to pay that. Not once it's signed, now we gotta go retro back to the court date, which was 6 months ago, and start from there. So when the papers were officially signed and stamped, 6 months after the original date, now they said, oh, now you got retro pay. It's like, what? So now when they file that and they send it in to the state or where they send it to, now it's saying that, oh, you behind by 6 months. No, I'm not. I was not behind 6 months because I couldn't pay what you told me to pay. First, I can say I was paying what I was paying barely, like I say, barely working, trying to go to school, getting hit up with this crap. But hey, it is what it is. Now you hitting me with this and saying that I'm behind, and I wasn't. But anyway, caught it up, been caught up ever since. So that's all I'm saying about that. And it said, she said, I should know this was my experience in big bold letters. My divorce affected me worse financially than it did my now ex-husband. She said, I'm a testament. The divorce hits women harder financially than it does men. Here we go. That's what I want to hear. I have the kids 85% of the time. That has affected my ability to work. Is that because you chose to have the kids 85% of the time? Again, that's basic court mandate. You can always go in there and change. You ain't got to go to court. You can always go and make changes. before you even go to court. You got to make an agreement. I know my first divorce, I thought we had an agreement, and all of a sudden next thing I know, I didn't hear from them, and all of a sudden we going to court, and things change. But that's them old muck ass lawyers trying to drag everything out and get everything you want. Like I said, the lawyer trying to make me seem like I was some deadbeat dad. Nigga, I've been there since the day before my kids were born. But anyway, let's not get into that. There are jobs I can't take because they're not close to home. I need a job near our house so I can pick up my kids from school. Man, like I said, this is the life you chose. If they need me during the day, I have to be nearby. I can't travel for work because the majority of the parenting burden falls on me. Sadly, I didn't get to keep the house because we lost it before our divorce. This meant that after I left my husband, after you left your husband for whatever reason, I don't know. Again, like I said, you chose him. I had to rent a larger, more expensive apartment than he did because the kids went to live with me. Like, why is that? Again, I always say, come back to why is that the case? Because it didn't have to be so. It didn't have to be so in my Old Testament voice. Though my ex does pay child support, there was a time when he didn't because he was unemployed. Again, so he was unemployed. Was he unemployed when y'all got divorced? What the hell? Then he wasn't giving me child support at all because he ain't making money. How you gonna put? This affected my ability to go get back into my feet until after our divorce. So he was unemployed, basically from what I'm reading. He was unemployed. Y'all got divorced, and now you mad because he can't pay you child support. I'm speculating here. Let me, like I said, tell me if I'm wrong. And now he ain't making no money, but you want child support because if you don't get child support from him, now you can't survive. You can't get back on your feet. But it sounds like he wasn't on his feet either. Even once he started paying child support, he doesn't pay me much. He's a teacher, so his salary is low. Again, this is the life he chose, people. But he also has a lower living cost because his rent is less expensive. Well, get you a smaller apartment. That's good for him, but bad for me. Why? I'm slowly trying to rebuild my life, which is, it's part of it. Once you start over, that's what life is. When you start over, you get new stuff. You got to rebuild. You got a car, you pay it off, and you go back and get you another car and got another car note. But you got to start off with the first car payment, and you paying for the next 5, 6, 8 years, depending on what kind of car note you got. I'm slowly trying to rebuild my life as many divorced women have to. I've taken a serious financial hit as a result of my divorce. Yes, because his money ain't your money no more. You divorced him. First of all, he wasn't making no money. Let you tell it. He was unemployed. That's why I don't like these stories, because I be wanting to know the backstory. Let's say, still, I'm glad I'm out of my marriage, even if I'm living in a small apartment now and no longer have the financial stability I had when I was married. I'm still glad I'm divorced. I'd rather struggle financially than be miserable in an unhappy marriage. Yes, I agree with you, but what are you bitching and complaining about? Now I done took this story kind of serious. I took it personal because, like I said, I want to know the backstory of this. I want to know, because from reading this, I'm speculating, like I said. You got divorced, he was unhappy. He's a teacher, so undoubtedly, like I said, he wasn't making money. You didn't say if he was a teacher before y'all got divorced. You didn't say if he had like another job. I'm gonna say maybe y'all started out together and then maybe he was trying to come up, trying to do stuff. Marriages don't work. You know what I'm saying? 50%, what is this study? 50% of marriages end in divorce. Damn near 90% of them, if not more, divorces are filed by women. The men will sit there and struggle. Let's think about it. That's the thing people don't realize. Men will sit there and be unhappy. We will sit in the marriage and be unhappy, miserable, all for the sake of duty, which is what marriage is mainly about. It's not really about happiness. It's about duty. Now, you can be happy. Now, you should be happy. You can do things and make yourself happy, but you're supposed to be on the same page, and happiness comes. But you have a duty to fulfill. And like I say, a lot of us, we're not going to leave our kids. You know what I'm saying? A woman can go out and cheat. Wife can go and cheat or do whatever, go out and kick and do all this stuff, and we'll take it. We'll still be there because of the children. Women, on the other hand, they get upset. They not happy. They be in there for a little bit, and they be like, I'm out of here. And they want a divorce, and they're out because they're unhappy. But then when they leave, why is your unhappiness? Why are you still happy? you unhappy, but yet you still want to be happy with my money. So you can, again, but child support, I pay child support. I mean, I don't like it because I'm paying money, I'm paying for stuff really that's not really going to the child. It's going to the, it's going to bills and stuff. It's not like if I'm paying $600 a month, it's not like my child would be eating $600 worth of food or buying $600 worth of clothes every month. I know dang well that ain't what it is. And then, what I'm saying, most likely I'm paying insurance, and then I got to pay half of the bill. It's a lot of money just going to your pockets. So you can use it so you can live as comfortable as possible. Yeah, it's only taking like 20-something%. Like I said, we'll take 20% of my check. But again, I gotta pay my own bills. So we're not together no more. Like I said, she chose the way the story said she chose to, to get divorced. Most times, women choose the relationship, the man they want to be with, and they choose that they want a divorce, and then they unhappy, but they still want to be happy with their money. They still expect to live that same lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this guy, the way she told her, he was unemployed. But she still felt she still felt he's supposed to pay some money and he's not working. Shoot, get that bunch, you just get that, just get that man time to make his money, stay in the house with you, and you ain't gotta be married. You just want to help him get divorced and probably want to go out there and kick it. Could got divorced, stay in the same house for a little while, let that man try to get his money, and then once everything gets settled, then you can move out. You got a small apartment. That's what you got to do. I mean, if that's what you had to do, that's what you had to do. I mean, shoot, there's nothing else. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else you can say or do. You got the, so you got the house, and you had to get rid of it. Well, it sounds like a personal problem. But anyway, let me get off this story. Like I said, this story here, it try to read one way, but when you get it, this is from a perspective of a bitter woman. But I'm gonna give you perspective of, I ain't gonna say bitter man, but a dude was put through the ringer. Like, I was deadbeat, had a bunch of baby mamas and cheating on the mama and wasn't around and stuff like that. That's how the courts made me look. That's how the lawyers and the judge try to make me look, and I'm like, what the hell is this? I've been there since day one, before my kids was born, back when their mama had nothing, had nowhere to live. I was there, and was there every step of the way, and still there now every day for my kids if they need. Well, one of my daughters grown, the other one is about to be grown. So anyway, that's all I got. Tell me what you think, man. You know what I'm saying? Give me your take on this story and your experiences of divorce and child support and having to change your way of living because the two of you decide not to live together. Well, like I said, I live in a 1-bedroom apartment struggling. You know what I'm saying? For a while there, for about a good year, it was just 6 months, a year, it was just me and a bunch of cans of Raid Fumigator. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear it. I don't feel sorry for this woman. But like I say, tell me what you think. Leave your comments below. Hey, if you want to support the channel, you can always donate or hit the website, buy some merchandise, you know what I'm saying, give you something to get tangible in exchange for this information that we bring. You want to start your own YouTube channel, hit that TubeBuddy link. It's a great way to start your channel. Get you like all the hot topics, hashtag keywords and stuff you can use to help you bring in those viewers so you can give them your own information. And with that being said, like I say, always subscribe, share, hit that notification bell and leave a comment. And with that being said, I'll see you later. I'll holler at you.